Alright, good afternoon. I am just now getting onto I-80. Doing quite a good sized deadhead this morning. Left right around 10 o'clock. It's a good sized deadhead, 220 something miles. Mostly back roads. I came across US 322 up to PA 971, which is exit 123. Which, if anybody's looking for some pretty good barbecue, the exit 123 goes south from I-80, and as soon as you get down to the bottom of the hill, you make a left, and I mean the truck stops right there in front of you, but you make a left and then you turn right into the parking lot. If I'm getting on I-80 to leave there, I go right through the gas pumps and cross at the light. Anyway, I stopped there to grab a BLT for lunch, and now we got 78 miles left to go. Pretty much, I think I'm pretty much picking up there off of 215. I think is the route. 219. Sorry, US 219. 219 basically comes out of like the Buffalo area. And then drop straight down into Pennsylvania, through Pennsylvania. I've only taken it down to I-80. That's as far as I've gone. I used to pick up there with TMC years ago. And, shoot, I forget the name of that town. I see it every now and again, and I know what it is, but let's see if I can zoom in and find it real quick. Yeah, Mount Jewett. I used to pick up particle board there with TMC. That was a long time ago. Today we're picking up, it looks like it's going to be some light stuff. It's going to be, it looks like a couple crates going up to about 5 foot tall. So I'll need to turn my tarp sideways to cover it, but it's only supposed to be about 14 feet long. So I might have to throw both of my lumber tarps. I might be able to get away with one and maybe one of the other partial tarps, or like one of the smoke tarps. But I probably won't use the smoke tarps because they're not. Quite honestly, I'm probably going to end up selling those smoke tarps because they're not what I want them to be. They're okay if I needed to do an 8-foot load, front to back. I could throw the smoke tarps on the front and back. But there's just not enough. I would need to add a bunch of D-rings and stuff to it to make it actually work good. So it's not useless, it's just not as usable as I would like it to be. And I'm going to be ordering my tarps up here soon. Just got to figure out if I want to go with different colors or if I want to do anything special to the tarps. See what happens. But I do want to get them tarps ordered up here real soon, especially with the season, the warmer weather starting to come up. Right around the corner. Actually, by the time this video actually comes out, it probably will be already warmer out. Today is January 19th. It's not January. Today is February 19th. Obviously 2025. Still feels weird. It's funny, I only lived 15 years in the 19 this and 19 that, and ever since 20, it's just been weird to say. It's I think, saying 1995 was a lot, it rolled off the tongue a lot easier than 2002 or 2002. 2025. I mean, it's still weird to say. anyhow, I'll get back with you guys once we get loaded, and we'll see how the whole tarp situation works out. One more thing on the lumber tarps that I'm going to be buying. My plan was to kind of special order them, and I wanted to have it where it wasn't just an 8-foot drop; it was a 8.5 foot. I wanted it to have an extra 6 inches on each side. And I kind of still want to, but what they're probably going to end up charging me for that, it's just not going to be worth it. So I'm just going to stick with my normal plan. So right now I just got to figure out if there's anything else I want to do, and I got to make sure. A couple of the things I really want to do is make sure that there's a little piece that goes behind the D-rings for added protection from like bungees and stuff. I still plan on switching over to the cord, but I want to wait until warmer weather before I start trying to learn something new.
I was walking out one evening late, the moon was rising high, headed for the riverside, around us fuss and fight. Patrolman, he walked by, asked me where I'm going, said if the sun set on me there, I'd never make it home. He said, don't go downtown tonight, there's trouble on the rise. The bad men in the shadows, and they're bound to take your life. If you mind to ramble, I'll tell you how I do. Keep your money in your pocket, then the razor in your shoe. Slipping silent through the creek, the hounds to lose my scent. I went up a tree and I watched them turn, wondering where I went. I take a rest, I hold my breath, I let it simmer down. I climb too high in my wandering eye, spied the lights of town. He said, don't go downtown tonight, there's trouble on the rise. The bad men in the shadows, oh, they're bound to take your life. But if you mind to ramble still, I tell you how to do. Keep your money in your pocket, boy, and the razor in your shoe. There's trouble on the rise. Bad men in the shadows is bound to take your life. But if you mind to ramble still, I'll tell you how to do. Keep your money in your pocket, boy, and a razor in your shoe. Keep your money in your pocket, son, and a razor in your shoe.
Here's what we got. I don't really care for it at all. I'm just throwing this tarp over to protect it from the straps. And there's also a hook on top that I'm trying to protect the tarps from. Alright, there we are. I had to individually wrap them just because of their size. I thought they were only 5 foot tall. I have to double check the thing, but I'm pretty sure that's what they said. I don't know what they do here, some type of a dipping or something. I got one pallet here in the middle. That's it. Alright, first I want to start off saying what a pain in the neck it was getting in here. And I'm not very excited about this load. I threw 2 straps on each one. I basically pulled down from the front to the back and then pulled down from the back to the front, and not in that order. So essentially it's kind of like if you think of legs on a table where they crisscross. It's kind of like that. I don't know if I'm explaining that right. But it's pulling down from the front and the back to the front and the back. And then the one pallet in the middle, I just got one strap thrown over it. It's 200 pounds, and I didn't even go that tight on it because it's very small, little boxes and stuff. So, and then you got the tarp laid over top of it. So, I don't know. They're very light. It's not like they're extremely heavy, so I'm not worried about how top heavy they are. I mean, they're still top heavy, but they're only 2,420 pounds a piece, and we're not going very far. And I had them loaded towards the front just because I didn't want them hopping around and stuff in the back. So I'd rather the weight a little bit more towards the front. It's actually, yeah, it's all front of center. The back one is, the back side of the back one is right at the center. Well, right where the light is. All right, so my ETA is 8:15 tonight. I have between 6:30 and 5 o'clock tomorrow to deliver, so I'm gonna set it up to deliver. I'm gonna tell them 10 a.m. And unfortunately, we're probably gonna do one of them Bergen loads tomorrow because the week's already shot. Being stuck on Monday and having to deliver yesterday, and then yesterday was shot because I only took a 7-hour split sleeper. I had to hit another 3 hours. By the time that was going to be done, I was going to have barely any hours. There was no loads, so, and to be quite honest, I was so ragged from the day before trying to get this piece of crap out. It wasn't even worth it. Right now I got 95 miles to get over to the Pilot or Loves, whichever one I go to take a shower at. So coming in here, the first road I came up to that it told me to go down, it said no trucks except for local deliveries, no trailers over 45 foot. Okay, so I can't take that even if I got a local delivery. That's what that's telling me. And then the other one, so the road was like this, and I was coming this way. So I couldn't come down this one, and I would have had to make a huge loop in order to make the turn into that one. Or I had to go down to find somewhere to turn around. It just didn't make any sense.
Onto Main Street.
So I came in this other way, and I wasn't supposed to come over through that section there. But at that point, whatever. I knew I could clear it, so. I took it. And we're gonna go back out through this way and oh man, that is so light. Like I can feel the weight difference back there, but it's nice. That's the other benefit. Look at these. So in that case, it really doesn't hurt to have that
first right onto Lafayette Avenue.
Have that weight sitting up on the front of the trailer. All right, so this here on the left is the one with the 45-foot trailers, and I would have been able to come straight down that, but I would have had to take up both lanes. Quite honestly, I wish I went through with it. Other than that, I would have had to come down, I can't, from the left up there, up by that sign, and I would have had to make a huge turn into here. Oh well, we got it done. We got it loaded. I'm not a huge fan. The only way I would do this load again, something like this again, if I had a Conestoga. Conestoga would make a huge difference for this load. Well, I'll let you know how we make out. Well, I just came to the Loves over here in Bath, New York. Take a shower real quick. Now we're going to head up to the top of 390 to south of Rochester. And everything's looking good on the load. I checked the straps before I went inside. Tarp and everything's riding nicely. Straps are nice and tight. Yeah. So, got one little hole up there in the bottom of the tarp, but I'm not concerned about that. So I think it was 95 miles over to here. And now we got, well, according to this, it's saying 62 miles. But that puts me up that back road again. Which I really don't want to do that back road. So I'm going to redo the calculation real quick, and loaded, and we'll see which way it wants to go. So I'll take a look at it while it's calculating. Alright, so it's saying 25 miles to go back to that point, which is right here. That's originally what it showed me, coming here and then going up here to 390. But what do we get with the overview? Summary. Yeah, so I think originally it wanted me to go up that way. So right now I'm sitting at, let's skip to the next stop. This is a little difficult looking at it through the phone. Come on. So right now it wants me to take this back road up. which I've been on many times. It's a little slow. If I'm not mistaken, this is the truck stop I like to go to. It sure looks like it. No, exit 9. I know that's fuzzy on the phone, but it's clear as day when I'm looking at it. So yeah, quick lease. Let's see if I add this. Next stop. And we'll check our overview again. Oops. So we go up to 117 miles. Okay, change of plans. We're staying here tonight. So, yeah, that's it. We're done. I gotta punch in a post trip, and yeah, that's it. Well, I also have to flag my getting loaded. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and should see you tomorrow.